Hello, woodchucks and farmers. Welcome back to Oceanside Forest. Yes, we are in August, and the harvesting is going on. And Francesca is the one going to be harvesting the sorghum for us today. We started up in the corner of the, well, this is the farmyard field and then the hillside field. We started up there because, well, that's where the harvester was. I topped it off with some fuel with our field service trailer. And now we're unloading the combine for the second time. So the sorghum harvest has started. She'll be harvesting this for a while. I might be taking over later on. We got some other work to be doing around here, so that's why I asked for her assistance today. We'll back up the winter wolf here. We'll turn that off. I'll have to keep my eye on it because she's filling up rather quickly, which is good. We're going to jump over here. What's that? Yes, we got the Versatile. I brought the Versatile up with the plow, the John Deere plow, because I clear cut all the trees up here. How are we doing on trees? Well, we are approaching 4,500 trees cut currently. 4,478. I cut down 169 trees today to get that cleared on out. So I get started on expanding the hillside field. This is the field that we'll be working on throughout the winter. I got the tree harvester over there. That's the next set of trees I'm planning on cutting down. Just going to keep on working over towards the, well, that's not really the harbor, but the ocean. The harbor's on that side of the road, but you know where we're headed. If you're not just understanding where I'm talking about here, yeah, we're right here. I'm just going to work this way and probably cut down like this general area here, give or take. Let's turn on create field, lower plow. And I'm not going to go right up against the trees. I want to leave some spots alongside the forest, only because you get better traction and better speed out of your equipment on the forest ground than in field ground. So I think I bogged down to like about 25, 28 miles an hour in the field. So if I leave some forest field over here, if you will, forest ground, the winter wolf will pick up a little bit more speed. I probably shouldn't be going that fast to begin with because logs tend to joggle around in there. We all know how that goes. But we are opening up what we are doing over here, which is good. It's a good start. I wasn't planning on cutting down any trees this summer, but this is what we got cut down this summer. So an added bonus. And we're going to need a lot more cut down because as of last episode, I think a lot of you are agreeing with me that 3 chicken pens and 2 duck pens for a total of 10,000 birds is the route we should be going. 20,000, that is just, yeah. I mean, if I wasn't making videos and so on and so forth, I probably would continue just to reach the personal goal myself. Would be interesting. Maybe even clear cut the whole forest down. But in making videos, you kind of tend to need to be making progress to make it kind of interesting. And I don't, 20,000 birds, we'd just be getting so repetitive here. So with 10 chicken coops, we are looking at, what was I thinking, like 1.6, 1.7 million liters of crop that we need to harvest. And so far this year, we have harvested, and this is going to even be today, I do believe, we are up to 538,000 and climbing. So I'm hoping with this harvest of sorghum off that field today, we'll be over 1 million liters. I would really like to get up to like 1.3 million liters because that means we could get another pen fully going. The other 2 pens do have 1 chick and 1 duck in it respectively, 1 male apiece. But if we don't have the feed, we can't, you know, we can't put any other hens in there. No females because they'll start reproducing and I won't be able to keep up with the 3 pens at all. 2 pens we should be able to, no problem. That shouldn't be a problem. And we got 2 full pens. I already this morning been over to the chicken and duck pens and sold the young males that were born. But I do need to feed the chickens and ducks today. They will not have enough feed to get to next month. So we got to top them off with some feed. I got to kind of keep track of what Francesca's doing down there. Because I have missed, that's the second time I unloaded the combine. And both times I missed when they were full. So I've been just moving around some stuff, getting some stuff ready for the video. And I looked and like, oh, the combine's not moving. Did they get stuck on a tree? Because they are doing a headland. And we know, yeah, I probably should double check. Are they stuck on a tree anywhere? Are you full or... It doesn't look like they're moving. Let's go on and see. Are you full or stuck on a tree? Oh, no, never mind. I apologize. You are... Oh, you are full. You're doing the whole the whole jiggy thing to give me room to unload you. All right, let's go into the Winter Wolf. So I would love to get 4 trailer loads off this field, because that would be 480,000 liters. I mean, I would really love to get over 500,000. But I remember last year when I was plowing up this field before we started to drill it, I was thinking, geez, this field might, be 750, as maybe even 1,000,000 liters. After harvesting the wheat field, I'd be happy with 500,000 liters. But we'll see. We shall see. I mean, we already got 47,000 in the trailer, and it's going to have like another 24,000 in the combine. So we're going to be up somewhere around 70,000 liters, and we don't even have a headland done yet. So that's a good start. Take them a second to unload. I do love this combine. Just the only thing I wish it did was just a little bit faster unload. I mean, it doesn't take that long, but just a little bit faster to suit my preferences. So I was also thinking, because we kind of went over it last episode, to get about the amount of liters that we need to feed the chickens and how much more land they need to clear. So I probably got to end up cutting down to about 10,000 trees. And then I started, I don't know why it came to me today as I was cutting down trees. I'm like, I just realized I got to cut down about 10,000 trees to feed 10,000 birds. So for every bird that we have, I got to cut down a tree. It's basically what it comes down to. There were also some suggestions to make the tree harvesting a little bit faster. I could use like the tree devourer mod and just get the wood chips off the trees. But that kind of takes away on the challenge a little bit, I think. So we're going to keep on going the way we're going. I mean, maybe near the end, if I truly get extremely tired of cutting down trees, maybe we'll use a tree devourer and sell the wood chips only. At least to get some money off it. I know people have suggested, quote-unquote, delete the trees and then, pay someone like we do for Billy for removing the stumps. I think I'd rather prefer going the way we are, because that is part of the challenge, at least in my opinion. I don't mind sitting down. Like before I started recording today, I think I have taken some breaks. How long have I been on here for? It says almost 3 hours, but I think I've taken like an hour break in total. So it hasn't seemed that long. So as long, I guess that's a good thing. When you're having a, fun time flies by quicker. If you're struggling, and all know how it is. Like waiting in the doctor's office, waiting for your appointment to start. You look at your watch and like, okay, my appointment's at 10. It is now, 20 of. I got to wait 20 minutes for my appointment. And you sit there and you think, oh, it must be 10 o'clock by now. You look at your watch, it's like, it's only been 5 minutes. I still got another 15 minutes before 10 o'clock. So, yeah, when you're having fun, time flies. So I guess it's a good thing. I'm cutting down trees. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. So I still don't mind cutting down the trees. And I'll feel like I've really accomplished something when I get done and we can feed 10,000 birds. And I look at 10,000 trees. It's like I cut those down. Of course, we are paying someone to remove the stumps, and we got the auto-loading logging trailer. But if it wasn't for those, I'd be like, hey, let's feed 2,000 birds, and that's it. But looking back before, when I was thinking about doing this Let's Play, and I thought 10,000 birds, I'm thinking on farms, like, I've had 1,000 birds on a farm, so it's not that difficult to feed 1,000 birds. 10,000, all right, so it's not going to be extremely difficult. It will be a little bit of a challenge, not that bad. I did not expect to be having to, clear as much land as we did. If you remember way back in the early episodes, I thought we'll have a field here, we'll put a field over in this corner. And as I moved along and realized, okay, this is a mountain, the mountain is bigger to climb than I thought it would be. Yeah, we're sticking with just the 3 fields here with our crop rotation of sorghum, barley, and wheat. I don't want to add additional fields. We're just going to keep on expanding on the fields that we are. I know some people want to see the expansion of the power lines. Maybe I'll expand them a little bit, just so we can get, a bigger drill. I don't really need the bigger drill. We got the smaller, I'd say smaller drill. It's an 18-meter wide drill. That drill works just fine there, but maybe widening it just a little bit. I know some people want to see the birch trees being cut. We will get to it at some point. That I will say. I also did say at one point that we will load the logs in with like the wheel loader and such, but that was when I thought I wasn't going to have to cut down as many trees and not be as busy. But we will get to cutting down some birch trees, even if it's like the last step that we do, and we have enough fields. Maybe I'll go down and cut down some birch trees with a tree harvester. I know some people are thinking, will the tree harvester cut them and will the autoloader take them? I'm like 99.5% sure that it will. Don't really see a reason why it wouldn't. But then again, sometimes the game will surprise you. Let me keep an eye on Francesca. She's almost back up to the top. So the first headland is almost done. And I'm guessing she's almost full again because just by going how many times I've unloaded the combine already and where she's at, she's probably close to being full. So when I get up here... Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on the harvester coming up over the hill. I can see to the trees. Actually, it looks like she may have just stopped there. Kind of looks like the header is up in the air. So I want to make sure she keeps going because it's going to take a while to harvest that field. This field here took 42 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever it was. Somewhere in there, I already forgot. I know I put it in the video how long it took me to harvest the field. So I expect that field to take about an hour, maybe not even that long. That field looks a lot bigger than the wheat field that we just harvested. So, I mean, here's the wheat field that we just harvested. And here's the sorghum field. So it looks a lot bigger, but maybe it's not as much bigger as I think it is. So as we kind of saw on the power line fields, mulching in precision farming. Now I'm saying in precision farming. I know some people are saying, I saw a couple comments on an older video on this series where people are saying, no, mulching adds 2.5% or whatever it is. That's on the base game. In precision farming, we saw 1% extra yield on one soil type and 2% extra yield on another soil type. So in precision farming, I guess mulching depends on the soil type. But we will mulch the field. Well, I say we. Maybe one of the Franks will. We may do a little bit of it, but yeah, we'll probably hire someone to do it after a while. But we will mulch the sorghum fields just because the stalks are on the high side. And since that means only got to mulch one field per year, I think we can manage it. Usually I would like to leave the tractor, or so the truck and the trailer here while it unloads, but course play needs to get back over right where I am, so I have to wait for it to unload, and then we'll move it on over. But almost one headland, and we're going to be just shy of 100,000 liters, so that is a good start. That is a good start. I think we did say at the beginning of this harvest season, if we can get 1 million liters off the ground this year, that was kind of our goal. Wait, why are you spitting and sputtering here? Why are you not? Why'd you just stop on? Okay, Francesca, hold on. Let me move, Francesca. Oh, this is gonna mess up everything. Is she gonna get back on track? I think she will. I wonder why it stopped unloading when we were there. That's fine. We will get you another time, I guess. Oh, wait a minute, I can kind of help you unload now. Let me get through the power lines here. We'll sneak through the telephone poles. And we'll help you unload as you go along. We'll get the rest down out of there. Now I lost my whole train of thought there. Forgot what I was saying, but yeah, if we get like 1 million liters off the ground, and we need about 1.7. That means we are halfway to how much of a field, how much fields we need. But when you start looking at the size of the fields, and I got to open up that much more, it seems like it's a lot, doesn't it? We will get there. All right, going to stop right here. That way, because that combine does hold 24,000 and the trailer holds 120,000, so I should be able to help it unload when it's full again. Then I can take a trip over to the silo, dump it on in, and come on back, and she might be almost full again. Alright, so the good news is she got around the headland without getting stuck in anything. I think I programmed it to do 2 headlands. That should be enough room once they start going back and forth to turn around in the field and not hit any trees or anything like that. So I'm only plowing the field. I'm not going to do any soil sampling, lime spreading on this field at all. We'll take care of that in March, which is a ways off because we're only in August. But I just want to come up here and get some work done. You know, we're getting 2 jobs done at the same time, which is kind of what I want to start doing on the series if I can. And plus, I felt like we've done enough harvesting in the past few episodes. I figured let's hire someone to do the harvesting, and we'll do this kind of work, because this kind of work you can't hire a worker for. Workers can only work in the fields, basically. And since this is not a field, a worker wouldn't know what to do. But once I get this done, we'll grab the other winter wolf, the tree harvester one, the orange one. The camouflage one is basically for grain and such. But we're going to head on down to the chicken farm, and we're going to grab the eggs and bring them over to be sold. I think Billy takes the eggs. I mean, Billy takes just about everything. And then I think the New Holland T8 is already down there, and we'll fill up the grain trailer and start putting some feed in for the chickens and ducks. They are getting kind of low. As for the other pens with the 1 duck and one chicken in it, don't have to worry about that pen at all for years if I just left it that way. They only need like 100 liters of grain a year or whatever it is, and they got like thousands of liters in there, so we're good. And I think today we'll also probably place down the 5th pen. That way I can, you know, if I want to start decorating more around the chicken farm yard, I can start doing so, knowing that all the pens have been placed, and now I can start putting things on down. So I'm looking at what we're adding here. I'm hoping what we're adding here will add maybe like another 150,000 liters to a harvest. Maybe that's too much, because that field only gave us like 330. I hate to say it like that, because farming on a regular map, you're happy if you get, you know, almost, a big field will be almost 100,000, and I'm talking about 330,000 liters off one field, and it's like, oh, we only got 330,000? I may have answered this question also in last episode. Someone was asking, are these the biggest fields I've ever harvested? It's hard to say. I think there was a field on Hazard County in FS19 that was probably this big, and that's the last time I used a big bud as well, up until this series. FS17, I think I merged a lot of fields on Rattlesnake Valley together. No, there's no video on that because I wasn't making videos back then. But I think I merged a lot of fields together, and that was kind of close. But overall, I think... Oh, she's full of grain again. Alright, no problem. Go take care of that. Spin this back around here. We're almost done plowing up this field anyways, but I'll turn that off. Let's grab the winter wolf. Where did she make it to? Oh, almost like the same spot as when she started up here. Yeah, fingers crossed. I'll have to keep track of how many trailer loads that we bring down, because I think I have some sorghum in the silo, so I can't... Wait, do I have... I can see if I got some in the silo by going to here. Yeah, so we got almost 23,500 liters of sorghum in the silo from the previous harvest last year. So in case I forget, I'm going to write down 23.5 on a piece of paper. So we can do some math afterwards to see actually how many liters we got off this field. And I'm probably too far out this time. Oh, okay, that wasn't too far out. No, you're going to fill right back up there, Francesca. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can do it together this time. The chemistry's not there between us right now in unloading the harvester. Once we get rolling, we're fine. Just feel kind of weird that I think we're about 10 days away from the premium edition of FS22 coming out with the new map and the 3 other crop types. And I can't remember if I mentioned it in this series. Since I got 3 maps going, I kind of forgot where I was talking about the premium edition. I will say I'm not that excited about the premium edition coming out. I want to see the 3 new crops. I don't think I've done it in 22, but in 19 I believe we did it. We did a carrot harvest. I mean, other than the crops, the map doesn't seem to thrill me that much either. It's going to be kind of like Silver Run. I might be surprised when I get on there and find out. I mean, the map on Silver Run didn't thrill me. The part that on Silver Run that thrilled me was building the roller coaster. So this map here doesn't seem to thrill me that much either. So again, when the premium edition does come out on the 14th, I think it is, it'll probably be Oceanside Forest that I take a break from for the week, and we'll do like 3 or 4 episodes or whatever on the new map. Is it Erlengrad? I think it begins with E, but for some reason the name Erlengrad comes to mind. That could be a modded map, but someone will correct me in the comments below. So yeah, we'll just probably do like 3 or 4 episodes on there, and we're just going to be checking out some of the equipment and the crops itself. Nothing too extensive on that one, and then we'll eventually get back here to Oceanside Forest, and maybe in between I'll get down to cutting down some trees, so on and so forth. Yeah, I'm so used to going to the sawmill. That's good. I'm so used to the Winter Wolf. Just my brain, muscle memory, my brain is programmed just to pull up to the sawmill. That's great. Yeah, we'll get back to Oceanside Forest after we have a quick look, I would say, at the new map, new crop types. I don't know if we have the premium edition, if the new crop types will be available like on maps like this. So I mean, if you have it, the crop is available, or I wonder if the map modders have to go in and add the crop to the map itself. I'm not sure. So there is 120,000 liters in, and Francesca's got a full grain tank. Well, good for her. This is why when people are mentioning get a second harvester, yes, it'll make the harvesting go quicker, but I won't be able to keep up for the most part. And really, if it only takes like an hour to harvest that field, that's not that bad at all. Of course, the fields will get bigger. The only way it would make a little bit of sense for me is if 2 fields were ready for harvest on the same month. Then I can put up 1 harvester in each field, and I get myself a second grain trailer, and I'd work the fields that way. But this is kind of working out okay for us. I'm getting some work done up on the hillside field, and we're getting work done in this field as well. let's see if I can get the distance just right this time. There, it's all working out nicely. But this has been one of those challenges that we've changed the goals a couple times. It's been a little frustrating off camera once in a while when the logging trailer tips over. And yeah, I know I got an autoloader, so I just got to reset it. But I've made a lot of trips to that sawmill, as you can imagine. Even at the beginning of the series, I thought about using the winch system and the cables like we kind of did on Silver Run. I thought about where the hillside field was. I thought about doing the cable system, but that would have taken a while to clear out that many trees off that hill with a cable system. I think she's mostly unloaded there. So I'm actually going to leave this truck running. I'm not too worried about, you know, burning up diesel fuel. It'll be fine. It will be fine. We're making fuel from the fuel. We got 3 fuel refineries up and running from the wood chips. But I ended up bringing, I think from all the trees are up here, I think I ended up bringing around 800,000 liters of wood down to the sawmill. Oh, another interesting thing I thought about is about of all the forest area that we've uncovered, cut out trees and plowed, I haven't found a piece of cheese anywhere. So the collectibles on this map are cheese, and how many collectibles are there? Is it 12 on cheeses? Yeah, 12. We picked up the one down at the harbor in episode 1, just so I could show you how much we earned, but we deleted that money when we got it. There's another one that we know about on top of the rock down by our seed hut. And those are the only 2 that I know of. So there's 10 more on the map somewhere. I was wondering, because when they said, you know, about the collectibles, they said, good luck in finding them. I thought maybe they placed them in the forest somewhere, which they probably, you know, they may have. But I have not yet run across one. And I would think by plowing up the forest ground like we are, the piece of cheese would show up very easily on top of this soil. But so far, haven't found it. Haven't found one. Not that I'm going out looking for them, I'm just surprised we haven't found one yet. Alright, so about 1 or 2 more passes and we'll have expanded this field a little bit more. Yeah, so do you think we're going to get... I think we might get the 500,000 liters of sorghum off that field. But overall, I would like to get over 1 million liters harvested this year. If we get up to 1.3 million... Or no, I would need... Wait, my math is all screwed up there. We would actually need like 1.1 million liters harvested. I might be able to open up the 3rd pen. I don't know why I was thinking I need 1. Okay, yeah, my math is off on that. 350,000 liters for every pen times 3, just over 1 million liters will do it. So maybe by the time we get done harvesting that sorghum field, if we get over 1 million liters, I will put 8 hens from the chicken coop in with the other rooster. And I'm not going to worry about, because that pen's not full, that pen's going to take a while to fill up, so that pen for the next year will not need the 300,000 liters. It's only going to need a little bit to get through for the following year. Because harvest season begins for us in June. We harvest in June, harvest in July, harvest in August. And then we replant the barley and wheat in September. And once again, Francesca is full. Where did I leave my truck? Down here. So 30,000 liters in the trailer. We're up to 150,000 liters off the field. Although, you know, the field does look big. But once we make a couple passes with that nice 60-foot wide header that we got, yeah, we're chewing through the crop pretty quick. But then when we get up here, the field opens up really nicely, so yeah. 370. That's got 20 into it. We'll see. Little by little, we shall see. And that will do it for expanding the field for today. I'm going to go ahead and just leave this all on up here. That way, as I continue to expand throughout the year and the winter, airboat equipment will just be right up here, ready to be used. Make sure that's nicely folded up. Let's grab the winter wolf. We're going to go down and grab the crone trailer. It's a crone trailer, right? I think it is that we have. And we'll grab the eggs. We'll go sell those because, yeah, we're getting piled up in there. And the chickens and ducks are making a good amount of eggs now, as you would expect, with 2,000 in each pen. And they're filling up with eggs rather quickly now, unlike before, where it took forever. I could take the shortcut down there. I'm not going to lie, I did take the shortcut quite a bit with the logs. But for this, we'll go ahead and take the road. Where is she? What is she doing now? I'm trying to figure out the route that they're taking for course play. Well, hopefully I can pay attention and see when she gets full once again. And then I'll just find out wherever she is in the field. She's going to be in the field somewhere. I would hope she's in the field somewhere. So yeah, selling the eggs, we're not really doing it for the money. We're just selling them just to get rid of them. I'm not going to wait until November for a better price because, yeah. We're at $16.5 million. I don't really need the cash for anything. There's Liberty out here walking around. Like he owns the place. Or she owns the place. Alrighty, let's go ahead and unfold that. So yeah, this is going to be very unrealistic, but it's an autoloader. But not only an autoloader, we're going to hopefully load right through the wall. And there they go. We'll see if it gathers them all. Can I get out of the truck? I can. Ooh, yeah. When I go past the autoloading zone of the trailer, it lags me out quite badly. Is that all the eggs except for the pallet? That's, we'll grab that as well. Well, yep, let's not walk around that way. Let's walk around this side. Let me do that, and that should load. Yep, I grabbed that one as well, just to get rid of it. Oh, backed up against that chicken pen. And load up these as well. Well, I'm kind of in the building. All right, so we got that one right there. Let me just move forward a little bit, and that should grab it. Which it did. Perfect. We'll leave the container open. That way I can see them when they're being sold. But almost 66,000 liters of eggs. Billy will take them and wait for the cargo ship to come on in, and he can do whatever he wants with them. It has been a while since I've come down here and sold anything. Because all of our production buildings are on... Don't tip over. Don't tip over. Yep. That just happened. Super strength to the rescue. We are back upright. Yeah, if I had... this is probably where I should actually be using the other Winter Wolf, because that does not have the raised suspension on it. So lower center of gravity would probably help us out. But we do have 66,000 liters of eggs on here, making it quite top-heavy, I would assume. Well, apparently I had some technical difficulties with my recording. You just saw that we were selling the eggs. This is me probably like an hour and a half after that. I went to go edit the video, and when I was selling the eggs, up to the point where you saw, everything was fine. But right when I was selling the eggs, the video really started to spit and sputter, and the audio went haywire. I'm not too sure what happened. But I will go over what we did, because it's already been done. So you missed out on a few things. So on selling the eggs, we ended up selling eggs for 70,000, and we got about 10,000 for the environmental score bonus. So 80,000 overall in the eggs. On the harvesting of the sorghum field, this is where we were kind of ending off. We're going to be finishing up this harvest in next episode. But 2 trailer loads have been brought on down to the silo now. So that's 240,000 liters brought on down. Plus now I got 44,000 in the trailer itself. If we come here and we click on this field, we have so far harvested 760,000 liters of crop off this field. Now, a few things I was going over. Let's jump on down to the chicken farm. And we put down the 5th chicken pen, which cost about 85,000. So we got all the pens that we need. I topped off the chickens and the ducks, the big pens, the ones that are full. So they're full on grain. And I also put a good amount of food into this one as well. They're about, I would say, 3/4 full on grain. Still just the one rooster in there. So I plan on, I don't know if this is in the footage now or not, because I went over a few things. I got about 20 minutes of footage that was lost. But if everything goes to plan, at the end of harvest of the sorghum field, we're going to be taking 8 hens out of here and putting them over here. And as long as we get up to 1 million liters harvested, we should be fine, because this pen over here is not going to need the full 350,000 liters of feed in the next year, because it's going to be starting off with just 9 chickens in it. And they're not going to be reproducing right away. And it'll take them a while to get up to 2,000. So they're not going to require the full 350,000 liters like those two do. So those will need 700,000 liters. This one may only need like 200,000 liters, so we should be fine. And of course, we got the one male duck over there. We have gone through all the barley. So all the barley that we harvested this year has already been given to the birds. I'm starting to giving them some wheat, but yeah, we got the sorghum piling on in. So I do apologize for the recording. I'm not too sure what happened there. That's the first time that's happened. I mean, I have forgotten to return on my microphone before during recordings, and that's happened. But I really don't think I've had a problem with footage before being all corrupted like that. So not too sure. But I want to get you up to speed. So we'll be getting the rest of the harvest done next episode. Don't think I'll get much done in between episodes. I don't think I'll be cutting down any trees. I don't think I got any time to do that. But then again, somehow I always squeeze in time somewhere to get a few trees cut. But we'll finish up the harvest in that field. And then if the yield looks really, really good, we'll be taking some, not full, I don't think we're going to be taking full-grown hens out of the chicken coop and putting them into another one. We'll probably be taking baby chicks. So it'll take them like 5 or 6 months, depending how old they are, the ones that we grab, before they become adult. And then it'll take them 2 months before they start reproducing. And that way it'll give us a little bit of leeway until next year. But at least we'll be starting on the 3rd pen. And as for the ducks and the 5th pen, well, that's going to have to wait definitely another year. But we did expand up on the hillside field. You did see that. We made it that far in the footage. But basically all you missed was me putting stuff away and feeding the chickens. And that's pretty much it. And keeping up with Francesca in the combine, which will be someone different next time because now the worker is gone. She took a small break. Time pauses on Oceanside Forest when I'm not here, but in real time, I have to go do other things. But anyways, yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in Oceanside Forest. But until then, have a good one.